So just a little word of advice for you travelers. If you buy stuff on the road, don't put the box in the suitcase that goes under the plane because you can forget about the box even making it out alive. Hello all of my otaku friends, my name is Prof Otaku and welcome back to my channel. Yet again, for another month, Right Stuf sent me nothing in January. Actually, well, they sent me one thing, but it came on February 1st, so it's going to be in the February haul. But for the second month in a row, Right Stuf didn't send me any manga. So this is another month, super small haul. I ended up going to Books A Million, actually in 2 states, here in Mississippi, but also in Florida. I picked up some great stuff that I just could not wait for Right Stuf to send to me. I'm excited to show you it today. With that being said, let's zoom in where I did a little recording session at the Books A Million here in Mississippi so you can see some of the stuff I picked up at the beginning of the month.
Man, they have no Die Dark 3. That's exactly what I needed. Why?
Now here's a manga that really stuck out to me, Cheeky Brat Volume 1. I don't know why, but this cover just seems super intriguing and something that I really wanted to pick up. And this manga is basically about this girl who has a crush on the senior captain on the basketball team. She's the basketball manager of the team, and she finds out that he actually has a girlfriend. So she's simping hard and she got rejected and she's sad, but in comes this new freshman who is kind of a bad boy and gives her an attitude, and she falls for the bad boy. It's really interesting, super funny. So yeah, I'm excited to give this series a real shot.
I want to pick up Don't Toy With Me Miss Nagatoro 9, but I got it on sale during a vertical sale back in like October of 2021, so I don't want to pick it up. I think I'm going to have to wait, but I'm really sad. I need Right Stuf to start sending me some stuff. Also, they got a huge selection of Doro Hedoro, but no Volume 23. I feel bad for everybody who's looking for this series right now, trying to get it, because man, it is impossible to find Volume 23 right now.
Here's a manga that Himika actually has said a lot of great things about, Paradise Kiss. This is the 20th anniversary edition, and this manga is really special because it's really a classic. It's about this girl who gets recruited into the modeling world and clothing and design and the drama that ensues with that. So it seems really interesting, not something I would normally pick up or read. I actually really like the release of this. The spine looks great. The cover itself is really high quality. So for a 5-in-1 release, this is actually not too bad. I continue to pick up a couple volumes of We Never Learn, volumes 4 and 5, and basically I better like this series because honestly I haven't given it a shot yet, but I've read Quintessential Quintuplets, and after I finished the series, a lot of people on Instagram said you need to read We Never Learn. It's a great kind of continuation of that style of harem. So I'm super excited to get into rom-com. I've been picking up just a lot of rom-coms. Skip and Loafer is a series that I had heard teacher from Suki Notes. She had said so many great things about it, and when I saw it on the shelf, I really wanted to give it a try. It seems like a really wholesome slice of life series about a country girl who moves to Tokyo to start high school for the first time, but of course her country bumpkin ways just keep getting in the way of her functioning in the society that is Tokyo. So yeah, it seems really funny, and along the way you get some fun romance in there as well. So you can't beat a good rom-com.
So I think I'm gonna pick up Mashal as like a new series that I want to read. I've heard a lot of great things about Mashal from HPL Manga. Base Senpai has a lot of great things to say about it. And if they say it's good, you know, I have to trust it, because I've heard that this can get monotonous and boring, but I don't know. I think it's just going to be right up my alley. You know, I love Harry Potter. I love just comedic gag type of things. And this seems like one of those gag mangas that just seem really funny. And so the artwork looks pretty cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to give this a 3-volume try.
Alright, so the next part of this haul is all manga that I picked up at the end of the month. Actually, my birthday was at the end of January, and so I was like, you know what? It's a birthday haul. I need manga because Right Stuff isn't sending me anything, and I feel really left out on my birthday month. So here we are. This is the manga I picked up at the end of the month. So to start off, I did pick up My Love Mix-Up Volume 2. This is a series that is also done by the same mangaka who did My Love Story, so if you can tell the similarities in the artwork. This story is just a standard, typical mix-up rom-com. It's basically a boy's love about a mix-up between an eraser, a misunderstanding, and an unsuspecting crush. So that's the simplest way I can explain it without spending 5 minutes on it. Definitely check it out. I really enjoyed Volume 1. Next up is Frerin, Beyond Journey's End, Volume 2. I did a review on Volume 1 on my channel. I highly recommend you check it out because I feel like this is going to be the next fantasy series that really takes hold of the Viz line. We haven't had that in quite a while, so I think this one's going to be the next one. It's really good. It's really picking up in the manga community in terms of popularity. I can really see this getting an anime adaptation at some point in the near future. The next 2 volumes I picked up were Go With The Clouds, North by Northwest. This is by Aiki Eri. This is the same mangaka who wrote Ran in the Grey World. So this is volumes 4 and 5. That's all that's out right now. Volume 6 is supposed to come out in September of this year. So these are super long releases. I love the actual physicals of these. They're really beautiful. It's basically about this guy who's a detective who solves problems, and he can talk to cars, and so that's how he solves these problems. But along the way, he also has a deep mystery with his brother and the problems with his family. It's really interesting, super different. So if you want something that's just like, not really a pondering manga, but a manga that's just like super under the radar, that you just want some sort of mystery but like beautiful artwork about Iceland, and you want some historical kind of like landscape art, this is the manga for you. It really surprised me the first 3 volumes, so I cannot wait to get into these 2. Next up, continuing from that same mangaka, we have Ran in the Grey World volumes 1 and 2. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the rest of the series at some point online because I really it's a simple series. 7 volumes. It's a fantasy series. It's really beautiful, very creative artwork. This is a really cool publication too. It's like the Dead Demons Inyo Asano one where they've got like the faux slipcover here, so it's really interesting. So the manga is basically about this girl. She wants to grow up and be a sorceress, and so she transforms into an adult and sets off on her adventure to learn magic and become this really strong sorceress in this new world. Along the way, there's more stuff that happens, but that's the layman's story for you. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you're looking for a different mangaka, definitely check this out. 2 series out in English that I know of, But at least if this is the Acclaim series that everybody knows this mangaka for. Go with the Clouds is the newest serializing series. So, for this one, for me to have high praises for this one, I can't wait to hear what the critically acclaimed series is all about. Next up is a manga that everybody's been talking about since the anime adaptation. I actually heard of it first off from the Anime Man and all those guys over at Trash Taste, and that's Record of Ragnarok Volume 1. I actually thought that this was going to get a digital-only release, so I'm glad they're releasing it in the physicals. But this is basically a huge tournament against humans and the gods. The gods want to kill off all the humans, but then the Valkyries step in and say, well, we can do a big tournament so the humans can fight for their livelihood, basically. So it's 14 of the best humans versus 14 of the best gods. That's basically it. So this volume, I'm going to talk about this one in my reading log. To say the least, it was interesting. We could definitely have a debate on this one, so we'll talk about it later. And finally is a hardcover manga. This is the Ghost in the Shell, the deluxe edition. This is just the first original series. There's a box set for this that encompasses 1, 1.5, and 2, I think, for the volumes, but this is the original series, and then the other 2 volumes are like the sequel series, which apparently are terrible. So that's why I was glad to see this in the bookstore. I was like, you know what, let me pick it up. I've heard amazing things about the anime. This is the source material, so let's give this a try. We're definitely going to talk about this one in the next video because we have some problems. Yeah, I'm gonna have some hot takes on this one. Nonetheless, this is basically a sci-fi mecha series about this girl who is who's a robot, who's a police detective, and she's trying to fight the opposite team. They're doing some stuff in terms of infiltrating cyber technology. Mumbo jumbo, big words. That's basically the layman's term for the story. But yeah, so the release is great, but it's Ghost in the Shell. Let me just say, stick with the anime. Last but not least, when I was in Orlando, I actually was able to go to, I don't know what you would call it, it's an anime store, but it was basically an anime warehouse where it had just a whole storage facility of figures, plushies, throw blankets. Anything you can think of was in there. Lanyards, buttons, mouse pads. I mean, it was so cool. It was like being at a con. It was just super sick. They had everything from the super cheap Band Presto figures to, really nice $150, $200 figures. They had a lot of merchandise there that was just really cool. I made the mistake of going there for 30 minutes before they closed, and I just didn't have enough time to look through stuff, so I was running around trying to find stuff, but I ended up picking up 2 things. This is Gen from Gintama, the main character of the series. If you haven't watched this anime before, I highly recommend you check it out. It's really stupid gag humor, and it has a lot of references to other animes and mangas, so if you have a good understanding of that, I love the characters, I love the story, as wacky and crazy as it is. Anyway, this plushie's super cute. I just wanted to display something with Gen, and I'm a sucker for a plushie, and this is actually a really nice one too. I like the way his clothes are set up. And last but not least, I did get Tony Chopper in his big crazy form. This was really cool. This figure actually wasn't expensive. It was only like $45-$50, and for the quality that you're getting, it's really cool. So let me unbox this for you guys and put it together so you can see what it looks like. So here is the figure right here. So overall, fantastic detail. I really like the fur. For as cheap as a figure it is really beautiful in terms of the fur. I love Tony Chopper as a character. His backstory is great. He's honestly one of my favorites, just comedy-wise. He sucks in battle. For the most part, he sucks in battle. Sometimes he has some cool moments, but overall, he is one of my favorite side characters. So I really enjoy One Piece. I'm glad to have this figure. I didn't even know that this existed until I went over to that store. And that is it for my manga haul for the month of January. Stay tuned for my next video where I go over my reading log for the month of January. I actually read more than I bought. Again, 2 months in a row. It's a miracle. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, tap the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you know when more of my videos come out. I will see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.